Let us continue playing Darkest Dungeon. When we last left off, we had a good amount of money in reserve. This is because I've sold off a few of my duplicate trinkets. I can probably afford to sell a few more of these off anyway, but still, 17,200. We had a good last mission. And we have the guild upgraded to now skill rank 3. We, however, do want, before we do the level 3 missions, to get the blacksmith and armory up to level 3 as well. This means we need a lot of deeds. At least 13 to get started. There is one small problem. This is the second boss encounter of the Weald, which we could definitely do. In fact, we could definitely do this so much that it's probably what I'm going to do this video. Once I go and debate who's going with this here. So if we have Kitsuna, we can't use you, so let's get rid of you for the moment. You have a Tofu Boy Hellion, who pretty much the ace of this particular team here. Pirate Joe would allow us to do push-pulling shenanigans, and could potentially be useful, even if he's lower level. But really, we're looking for healers at this stage, so Bird Jesus. Anything is better than sitting around? Quite possibly. So with that kind of support going, we could go for a Slime Boy, but a Newmongle probably isn't a bad pick here. Self-heal, stun attacks, occasional bleeding, and a fair amount of stress relief. We could also go for our Jester friend, but I think for the moment that might be an okay setup. So we've got some Plague Attack at the back. We've got... Can I actually use that at any point here? He can. Back to you, Rose. Back to you, Rose, for lunge. Pick to face to go for forward attacks. So he might be slightly better in that position. In the third position, you can cast Illumination. Otherwise, you're just a healer. So... really, I think this is not a bad setup. So one lowered rank person to go and do this. Okay. So, in order to get this done, let's go and make sure everybody is fully gilded up. So, you're as gilded up as you can get. I imagine everybody else is, but I still want to just double check things. Oh, I forgot I can actually just put them in, can't I? Yes, of course I can. Right, you can level these up. So, we shall. Probably not much point in doing Hand of Light for reasons earlier, though mind you, the last boss we kind of had a lot of shuffling around, so it's potentially possible. And some upgrades here. Now we're using Iron Swan because it is awesome and now has more accuracy. Wicked Hack, Breakthrough. Bleed Out's definitely tempting, but I think we'll go with the Stun Attack as well. And finally, Blacksmithing. So, we know we can't increase you to 2. You're already at 2. Bertrand's already at 2. It's just Pirate Joe who raises armor skill. And we still got plenty of cash in hand, actually. What's we got in the trinket market at this stage? Increased scouting chance. It's not the worst thing in the world to grab, actually. Even lower the trinket cost first and go for that, but no, you know what? We'll stick with what we got here. Stick with what we got. So starting with you. You being our frontline fighter and having a reasonable amount of stress going in. You can have that, and then we can give you the stun charm. We want you to be resilient to stun attacks. That's probably a reasonable thing to do here. So it gives you an 80% stun resist, which is not a bad state of affairs to be in. Over to you. There's no class things you have available, so we'll just give you the Solar Crown. Massively lowers your dodge value, though, and that's actually one of the things that is good. We'll take away the move resistance here. I mean, it'll slow you down a little bit, but that should be okay. over to you. We, of course, do not have a stun attack with you, if I remember rightly. You've actually got the dodge modification. So, stress release with a high torch, and I think that might be all I give you here. And finally, to our highwayman who can have this, which increases his blight chance. And what else have we got potentially? I think that's fine actually. I mean, there's probably not much point in taking things that we know we're definitely not going to need, but anyway. So the objective, 13 deeds is what we want. It is a medium campaign. Let's get going. Take 2 shovels. We shall take a stack of food. 2 antivenoms, 2 bandages, 2 medicinal herbs, 2 keys. And I'll even take a holy water, because why not? We might find some way to use it. Oh, and torches. Probably a bit too much here, but we are going into a boss encounter. We want to...
Are by their nature loquacious, and the denizens of the hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square. The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air. The war machine.
I also didn't realize how the stress levels were going in from everybody else, actually. We may need to go and do something about this. Still, it seems reasonably set up at the moment. It's unlikely to be these back 2, but I'm going to explore them anyway. I'll rest probably before we get to this point. I came from nothing, but I'll not end with nothing. And my luggage should not have been abandoned, it had some gold in it. Here we go. No encounter thus far. Up for torch and enter here. This will be a complete waste of time, or I'll just immediately have encountered the boss, but to start with, we encounter you. Poison darts at the acolyte, please. And in begins the stress. Right, come hither. She's at the front line, she's got 4 damage being taken, and she's on 4, so actually she's totally dealable. Don't have to do any further effort, we'll just go for a kill here. Breakthrough.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And 5 damage back, but that should not be a problem for any of us. Gonna uppercut you, but only because I know I've got this in hand. Yep, we'll go for that. Okay, maybe I was kind of trying to wait for a heal, but okay, let's not take some more damage where we can avoid it. We can heal up later, and some stress relief already.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
And some stashed heirlooms as well. So some crests, a portrait. Not a lot else going for us though. And that's contents of us. I'll tell you what, we got some loot coming this way at least. 87 torch entering in, finding nothing. This was a bit of a waste of time then. Still, got some loot. Slight stress, but we'll deal with that. We're backtracking. And if the boss was there, you know, it would be rather evil of the game, but I don't know how it generally handles things like that. Hunger strikes. Okay, well, we shall eat. Alright, back at the start. Torch level is at 77. So you'll burn less torch, care exploring places you've already been. And what do you know?
Nature herself.
We have a first use of a shovel.
Them to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
And that apparently was all that was over here. So into the next bit. Well, this dungeon is being fairly dull. Moving on. More stashed heirlooms. A couple of busts. We need deeds, though, really. That's the whole point of coming here. Brigand. Okay. So we're going to poison dart the Fusilier at the back. We shall then hit 3 to 6. If we can do that 6, that does kill. It's only 4. Yeah, I was kind of hopeful. He's dead next round anyway, regardless of this. And we can definitely restore that with a party heal next time we get to it. Right, next and most important thing, we need to uppercut you. Resisted the stun, unfortunately. So, with that having happened, we need to do max damage here. Slice and dice, which we conveniently dodge. Rain of Whips. Which is causing some bleed effect. Okay.
The slow death, unforeseen.
So with you out, poison dart, you. And this time, bandage being used, uppercut. That time we got him. It's only a 50% stun chance, so we still had a good go at it. It's a good chance of making that happen. Use up our second bandage, and this time we will go for a breakthrough. Try and hurt the guy at the back. So blight for 2 rounds. We don't have to do that much more to kill this guy. And so I figured that was probably worth it. And Bad Jesus avoids being shanked. Right. Poison darts here is lethal, so there it is. Can't do a lot else here, so I'll go for a come hither, which does kill.
Give them no quarter.
And a party heal. And I suppose because we got the experience and stress release to go for it, we'll do that. And more crests. Come on, deeds. Alright, so we have the cultist group. Which is going first. And causing stress to those of us who are already kind of stressed. Poison darts on the second one then. So you might be able to deal with her before it happens. Unfortunately not, and you are going to take some stress. If it gets to a point where we look as if we're about to approach 100, we can actually...
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Yeah, we've got to worry about this a little. Everything runs red. Yes, it does. Come hither. Okay. Let's go for illumination at the back. 3 damage needed to ensure one of them's dead at least. And now I can wicked hack you for 17 crit. And we gain some virtue points back. Right. After that then, get some more poisoning happening.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Barbaric Yelp, we'll go for a stun initially. Which, yes, does cause us to suffer some debuffs, but we'll be alright. Tried something I did. Yeah, finish him. Extra damage versus stunned. And you shall be illuminated.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Crit 2. Good, because we need you to get some more virtue points and just get yourselves away from that 100 point. Meanwhile, this is still going on.
resistance surges as the enemy crumbles. As victories
Some
mount,
interesting stuff there.
too
So that's
will
Arbalist
resistance.
only for +1 crit chance. Let's burn a
The
torch
way
at
is
least.
lit. The path is clear. We
Reluctant to
require
get rid of
only the
things.
strength to follow it.
So as much as I don't want to, we're going to have the bleed stone on you. Use a point of speed, but you'll gain 20% bleed chance. Not that you cause any bleeding effects whatsoever, as near as I can tell. But huzzah. Right. Alien chest with secret compartment. Right. The deeds are what we need. Deeds are what we came for. I don't think this is all that helpful, but I know it's worth a lot of money. Right, deeds we'll take. Let's dump the holy water, grab the crests, even though I definitely don't need those. And we get some scouting benefits. So there's a trap coming up. That's all we're going to know about this. Okay, from nothing done on end with nothing done, you. Stop opening these up, will you? I need a bandage. Valuable 25 gold. That's going to backfire on you sooner or later. Thankfully, we've disarmed that, gained an extra 8 stress relief, and you've stopped bleeding. Good. You're on half health. We'll try and heal you up next combat. The crate is empty. And
The light, the promise of safety.
the light is lit. But nothing else to go here. Another scout report. Okay. Hunger strikes again. I think we're approaching the point where we will want to... God darn it. Alright, well, no grave digging for us today.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
What is in the old tree? Treasures. Houndmaster whistle and some crests. I nearly took the Houndmaster, but unfortunately he already has that item, so couldn't hold it anyway. And we get some scouting. Some longer range scouting by the look of it. Is this going to tell us where the boss is? Oh! If we revealed... We've just found the hidden room. There. So, what my plan is now, we're going to go down here, we're going to deal with both these encounters, we're then going to camp up, and we're going to go into a secret room. Unfortunately, we're now getting to a point of running out of room for things, and I don't want to get rid of anything too important, so I'm going to burn a torch, grab
As
that.
the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Cleanse item... this might actually work here. Aha! Okay. You, however, can eat those before we take them. Plots and schemes are working, and we have got ourselves a lot of food. And also spiders. We actually don't have any of those, but still spiders. Right, they don't have a lot of blight resist, oddly. So we're going to put that in. Illuminate at the back, because that means that plague will be lethal. Down for some webbing. Dodged. And I guess we might as well stun the one that hasn't had an action yet, just to be on the safe side.
A death by inches.
And we'll see if you can hack this thing to death. You can.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
More virtue. Lunge!
Seize this momentum.
We need a bigger
Push
backpack.
on to the task's end.
Right, that's 250 gold. We can afford to not have that. Anyway, back you go. And here, once we deal with this encounter, With madmen cultists, you are surprised. Good. I got a chance of dealing with them now. Poison dart on the madman. Light debuff. Okay, next we're going to go come hither. Drag you towards us. Okay, illumination didn't work. Which means I guess we just wicked hack you here to miss by 1. Accusation. And all the stress is going towards the back, which we don't want. Oddly, their position doesn't seem to matter as much, at least with the skills they have. I kind of noticed that before with some things, but it's okay. Right, more Madman crit plague. That definitely is lethal for you. And some stress relief. Kill you off just to make sure you're not going to get a turn. And some good dodging by our Pirate Joe. Hack. We're seriously not doing a lot of damage, are we? I should remember to stun people actually for this. But anyway, we'll continue on with the attacks. Yes, everybody was the person I always relied on to do mass damage last boss encounter. Let's hope we can continue some of that now. Let's go for a breakthrough just to clear things out a little bit. Uppercut. Might as well prevent one of them from having an action if we can avoid it. And illuminate you to death. It's the hope, but didn't work.
The match is struck.
We are at 100% though. No, their accuracy is way down at this point. Poison dart for a lethal shot. And 3 more virtue gained. Which just leaves the breakthrough attack, because I can't actually get to you at this point. More debuffs. Collect bounty, please. More loot.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, these are exactly the same regardless of which way I do it, so that's fine. It's just where I want to shovel. The plague cure's probably fine. Could get rid of the medicinal herbs now that I know I'm not going to need them. I may regret not taking the shovel, but we'll go for the money there. Meanwhile, what's in the ancient coffin? Glod. And we're short 175, but that's fine. We can work with that. So, we are here. We have knowledge of where the boss is. So, 1 encounter, 2 encounters, possibly a 3rd encounter through the secret door. Because just because it's secret doesn't mean it's a positive thing. And a 4th there. So, I think we can afford to rest at this stage. Let us make camp.
A moment of respite.
We shall do all the eating and cure as much stress as we can get away with. Okay. Gallows humor. No moves. Yep, we're going to go with that. We want our scout increase. I shall wander in the night, don't wait up. We can bless one companion for an accuracy and dodge boost. So I believe that is how we're going to go with there. Light possibly does shine on us. Right. This is how we did it. Self-damage, accuracy and crit. Plan takedown. What do you got for terms of things? You have Reject the Gods, which we know causes stress damage to everybody else. It's not entirely the best thing in the world, that skill, is it? So I'm actually quite happy with this. This is how we do it. And plan takedown. So plus 25 damage versus a size, and obviously the boss is likely to be a larger size than us, and increased accuracy versus that, so you should really be able to hit them. Resting up. Oh, actually, one thing, it might be one less encounter if we didn't have an encounter there. Right. We'll move this way towards the secret room. I don't have any holy water here, do I? No. We'll leave that alone. Ancient artifact. There's a locked compartment on the side of it. Great treasures. Oh, we want those great treasures. Sorry. We want those great treasures. In fact, I can get rid of 4 food here. I don't need it. The food should be fine. Okay, that works really well for us, didn't it? Let's move out to there. Let's hope we can survive long enough to actually, you know, make use of this. But that is a lot of money we just got here, assuming we can survive this mission now that we've got there. Right, one encounter straight away, another encounter there. Right, low-level brigand encounter, and they are surprised. Poison darts, please. 1 blight, and that will put him close to death. Come hither. Crit 6. I should actually have you on death, very nearly. No, you're 1 shy of being actually dead. Fine, we'll finish you off. Hack. 8. Up slice for 4, resist the move, and a shank, which we dodge. Okay. Punch you, because we're fairly certain we can deal with this first one. I'm actually surprised you went before Bertrandor did. Lunge. Hack. More gold.
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
We're getting more gold than this, so we're taking it. Goodness knows how we're going to take home the rewards from when we actually get to the boss. Goodness knows how we're going to manage that. I'll have to get rid of all my anti-venoms and things, actually, at that stage. Stop stealing, trying to nab everything, Bertrandor. It's going to get us into real trouble at one point. Bandage. 50 gold is about all I can take at this. Bandage might be more useful than anti-venom, but I just don't know based on the boss, so... No. I really wish we got more than 2 deeds out of this. I need about 13 to get myself up to the next weapon or armor smithing. That was kind of the idea, and they've gone first and have begun the stress. Right. Poison darts then. Let's get you some damage before you have another action. More stress. And let's begin the other bits of this. So, illumination. We can now... I was going for the kill there, didn't quite work out, but we should be able to still manage something. Slime for 5. And we dodged. Right, breakthrough. Should kill the first one, actually killed the cultist at the back as well. And that means you will be dead, assuming we can hit you with this. And of course the blight works. But they have no blight resistance, I've just noticed. They have 0. So good luck avoiding that. I'm going to do a party heal rather than a kill at this stage. Just keep our hit points clocking up. Wicked hack for 11 is death. Hooray for more stuff I can't carry, which is worthless.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Unlock strongbox, which was trapped. We do resist that though. Shame, because we actually had something to deal with that had it have happened, but doesn't matter. So the scouting continues, and surprise, surprise, there's a boss there. Right, let's burn up the torch and ignore the body, please. Thank you. Pack has already been looted. And does everyone have any trap bonuses? I don't know. Either way, you managed it, so 8 stress back. I should really have probably tried with Birch Ore just to be on the safe side. Light up a torch, and we enter. Alright. Boss 2. And as you can see, they have a giant cannon! Brigand 8 pounder. I guess that now makes sense. They really are not that tough other than this, so go with that. Blight and start. Blanket fire them, which we dodge. Iron Swan. I could go come hither for death, and in fact did work. Put the cannon out of position, and we can illuminate the guy at the back as well. I'm deliberately not going for the cannon. I'm going for the easy things at this stage because I don't know quite how to play this and whether we can stop it doing things if that's happened. Reinforcements! Okay, the cannon is going to keep calling reinforcements. Good to know. That means I should probably concentrate on attacking the cannon at some stage, but still. He's the guy we have not seen do anything, so I'm reckoning he's the guy who's responsible for making the cannon fire. It would make some sort of sense to me. In the meantime, let's start some damage on this cannon. Shank. Iron Swan, which does kill. Okay, this is a pattern that I can make work, but I'm not sure it's a necessarily good thing at this stage. So, illumination on you. Yeah, at this stage, I'm just going to kill this guy off, which we have. And now we're going to start attacking. As much as we can. We've done 5 damage to it so far, and are starting to take some hits. Five crit uppercut. Stun, and he's now right at the front. Which may or may not be helpful. The good news is that now you're at the back. Bad news is this is looking like a bad encounter for us at this stage. There's probably no point in killing the grunts actually now. Now we've got this far, there's no point in doing it. What I need to do, other than this one, because he's the guy I think actually does the damage, I don't think we want to do any further stuff to this. We can hack for free. Well, we've not let it fire yet, which is working to our favour, I believe. 2 more damage needed. Could go for a breakthrough, but that's going to lower my damage output. So let's just keep knocking the cannon out here. Come hither. 2 damage, which is enough. That'll undo whatever you do there, pretty much. Harmless poke. That wasn't harmless. He dies. Reinforcements! Somebody fire the darn cannon! Poisoned out 1, so I need to do 3 more damage to him, really. Otherwise, we might actually find out what the heck happens when he fires that darn cannon. Now, if you can do 3 damage... No, you can just eliminate him. You are damned, indeed. There's no point in killing these off, because otherwise I probably would try. I think at this stage, though, now we start having you attack the cannon as well. 18 down.
Impressive.
See, there are some downsides to this whole idea of, you know, let them grind us down a little bit here. We are getting worn down ourselves faster than this cannon is dying. I don't want to fire the cannon. 28. It's nearly down to half health. But we got some problems of our own developing here. Right, poison darts. Come hither. Still need to do more damage to him, unfortunately, so this is now going to be a breakthrough. 144. We know it's dead, so no. Let's get you back up on your feet a little bit more. He dies again. I probably shouldn't have gone breakthrough because that's lowered my damage output, hasn't it? There's another 4. So it's down below half. We're getting there. We're getting there. I just wish I had somebody with some more defensive buffs and things. Right, that's him out. That means I've still got you available. And there we go. 2/5 down. Shank. Arr. Yeah, it is Pirate Joe. It's the longest battle we've had of this, I think, in some time. Bertrandor, more poison darts, please. Blight. Debuff. I'm going to illuminate as well, because we want to... I realise he's on 7 health, and I need to be careful of that, but honestly, the cannon's now down to 20. I need to do whatever I can to it. 5 crit. You will feast on the cannon's heart! Crit mod 6%, so I have a 6% crit chance with this. 2 to 4, 3 damage. It's down to 12. I can probably have this in a couple of rounds if I'm lucky and that doesn't start causing me some problems. It's on 12. 12. I can do this. Right. Poison darts at the back. We have the pattern down here, but I think we do need to do a heal this round. Blanket fire. We've got some people on really low critical health now. Shank at the back, thank God for that. Party heal out of desperation. Which means you are going to go come hither. So we needed that to do the damage. It did. 4. 2 more rounds and I've got this. 2 more rounds. I might even be able to do this in 1 if I'm lucky. In fact, if I focus everything on it this round, I can probably take it out. But it's a gamble now. There'll be no blood left for the leeches. Lunge for... Blanket fire. This will cause some problems if it does enough damage. Party heal. We're taking this cannon out this turn. There is no round 2. 3. Breakthrough.
A corpse of twisted metal.
Cannon is down. Just got to deal with these 2 now.
At home amongst the headstones.
Hot shot. Yeah, he was definitely going to fire the cannon. We were doing the right thing. Party heal. Right, unfortunately we weakened ourselves up, but still not weak enough. That's not going to be a problem. But Trudor, pick to the face, please. Come hither.
These nightmarish creatures.
Okay, Warrior's Cap is a common, so we can give you that just to hold it. Definitely grab that, and we can't grab the Arbalist stuff because of various other things we're holding. That probably is worth more than 500, though. Actually, it'd be worth more than the food. We return to the hamlet, victorious yet again against the boss. With much, much, much loot. But very few deeds. We needed more of those. I'm going to have to do another mission in the Warrens and just get this sorted. I want to do a third level adventure, I do, but I don't want to do it unless I have everything set up. For semi-obvious reasons. So, Topher Boy. Warren's Adventurer. Bertrador gains Calm. Plus 15% damage on the first round, but mostly to use him for that anyway. And Photomania, so he now has less stress of a high torch level, which is kind of what we generally go with.
Plume and the pistol. A fitting end to my folly, and a curse upon us all.
12-pounder, and there's a 16-pounder. Good to know we got a few of those to come up. But that was an okay boss battle. I do like the boss battles in this game so far. All three of them I've experienced so far have all been different, all been forcing me to play slightly in odd ways. 21 deeds. Oh, it's not here. Is, though, not enough. We need another 5. So. Oh, darn you! You're not giving me any choice, are you? Nope. Not giving me a choice at all. Well, I guess we might be doing a boss encounter next time. Though I'm probably going to do another one, just get some people close to level 2, try and sort some things out and get myself a new party set up. Still no, still missing classes, annoyingly. Stress levels, though, seem okay overall. I mean, Bertram and Slimeboy are the 2 highest, but we can send them off to various places now. Get them sorted, but I suppose we'll sort this all out next time. So, until then.